Probably the place to start is with Alan. And Alan, for you to tell us a little bit about how Maytree came to be involved in questions around immigrant success.
Well, Maytree's been interested in poverty issues since my wife and I founded it about 30 years ago, and had a particular focus in the last 20 years or so on immigrants and immigrant issues, and growing out of our belief that immigrants are a huge benefit to Canada, and that the country benefited by both the process of immigration and the settlement of immigrants by doing it better. And particularly when Ratna joined us, we were looking for ways to work in that space and to be more effective. And as we talked about it over, Ratna and I talked about it over the years, really our approach was to take what were very often going to be normal processes of integration, which might take decades to do, and we use this phrase, to collapse time frames, to make that happen in a much shorter period of time. And one of the really obvious markers of success for immigrants is their integration into the labor market. And so having a labor market program that was effective, that worked, was really important for us. So the idea for TRIAC came from a number of places, but essentially we decided we would grab it and we would create the instruments to make it work. And so that's really what kind of brought it. But basically behind the notion, and almost all our work in this space, is the idea that let's take things that happen normally, happen over a much longer time frame, and make it happen really quickly, but effectively.
Okay, thank you. And Tim, can you talk a little bit about how McConnell came to collaborate with Maytree on this initiative?
Sure. The McConnell Foundation's focus is on helping Canada to be a more resilient society, a society which is capable of adapting to the changes that we see taking place in our economy, in our environment, changes demographically that we've been hearing about in the last couple of days. So it's a very broad mandate. One of the elements which we think is critical for creating a resilient society is ensuring that it's inclusive. As a national foundation, that is to say, a foundation that's trying to fund programs across the country, we have an obvious challenge. Things don't really happen nationally, as we all know. They take place somewhere. So for the foundation, the strategy has been to look for really promising initiatives, things that might be happening on a local scale, but where there's evidence of real success. And I think what Alan has outlined, this whole experience with TRIAC clearly was something which was demonstrating results in the Toronto region. The question was, could other parts of Canada benefit, and could we work basically using the experience and the skills and capacity that Maytree had developed to amplify the program and take it to other parts of Canada along with Maytree.